Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. He'll bring it out. It's Christensen. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So UNLV's offense will go on the attack first. There's the guy we believe is going to be a workhorse in this one. They believe he is the guy who can really give a jolt of energy to this rushing attack. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Running inside, it's Harris. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Makes the grab. It's Bell. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver, and man, their fans have been hungry to see that. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to pass, it's Royer. Using the quick game. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Plucks it out of the air. He's loose down the left side. The 20. He's at the... And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UNLV.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive, and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Throwing Joseph. The short hands, it's Anderson. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season. And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
The give to the left. Could be an alley. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans want to move quickly.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Joseph. And it's incomplete on third down.
Really nice third down sub.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Joseph. Pressure coming. And down he goes.
He had nowhere to go with the football. know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left. Have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Royer. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Rebels decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. There's a crease. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. Pick up the first down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Glides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Quick completion on the out route. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Throwing Joseph. Get it out on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. And the Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They go play action with Joseph. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he makes the extra point. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the boot, looking for his man. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Scanning the field, it's Royer. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Rebels will punt this one away. The Trojans use their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. No fair catches here, looking for room. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. Of the period, first down here. Joseph. It's complete to the right. Quick step and go. Makes the grab in their space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside give. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters. That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wants to change this route. Throwing Joseph. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Harris. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Working that left side. Makes the catch and he's free. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. In the red area, it's Harris. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Rebels line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Vegas.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Fires quickly. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Joseph makes the catch. It's Jefferson. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. The Trojans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Unloads it left. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They just keep firing. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Looking to throw, it's Royer. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in with one hand. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing Joseph. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He makes a catch. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Napier. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Joseph. Scrambling away. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
He's going for it all. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
USC's head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Throwing Joseph. Got the back over the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. UNLV will start this drive. The offense out there ready to go. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game. Makes a grab and room to run. The 40, the 30, running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to the ground game on the left. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Punch through the tackle. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Joseph from the gun on third down. Makes the grab. It's Jefferson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Joseph hauls it in.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Looking for a chunk play on second and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Trojans are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14.
Great job by the defense that time getting the sack, but no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Wide open downfield.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's 2nd and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it, but he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not letting the rush affect him. He finds his open guy. He gets the completion. It's not a first down, but now you're set up 3rd and short. And this all of a sudden looking pretty good for the offense.
Throwing Joseph. Pocket breaking down. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Trojans in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. From the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. There he goes. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Handoff from the shotgun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Now we got a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph. Got it! He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. And he will score! Touchdown Trojans! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down here on the UNLV sideline, one of the evolving storylines down here is the play of their wide receiver, who is having a breakout game. They weren't sure that he would be the start today. He's kind of down in the rotation, but he is showing that he is a go-to guy right now, and the quarterback is leaning on him. He's been productive and electric so far in this game. I expect they will continue to get him some downfield targets. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll move the tight end. Back to throw, it's Royer. Under fire. Complete to the left. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Ripped past midfield, finally stopped at the 42, and that's the kind of chunk play that gets drives going. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Got a man, it's Beasley. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. They really got this offense humming. Just the fourth play of the drive, and it's first and goal. The corners are walked up tight. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. And they got it. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. To the air on second down. Oh, they're after him. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. We've reached the break, and UNLV is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the USC sideline. I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Making side adjustments here. Joseph. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch on the right side. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to throw it again, and why not? And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness at the end of the run here.
Maybe a crease. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Run in the red zone, it's Fuller. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. He'll try to tack on one more. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Caught in the backfield, it's Beasley. Could not make his way to the corner.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Defense doing their job, getting that last stop, and now 3rd in California. Not a lot of play calls to convert this, so defensively, let's get off the field now. The clock's running. We need to give it back to our offense with as much time as possible.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Joseph. Gets it out fast. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Well, they're able to get the completion right now, and you know the sense of urgency is up right here. They're in position to go win this game, Dave.
Yeah, and defensively, take your time getting off piles, make them eat clock, getting your defense really...
They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation.
Well, running the ball there and getting the first down is big. You've got 3 timeouts, and this might be a place where you want to just use one here. Catch your breath and get your plan of attack on.
A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Going to the run, it's Fuller. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for 2nd down. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal. Joseph. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Southern Cal. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. To throw, it's Royer. Under fire. Here's a throw downfield late. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trying to take it back. And he's out of bounds right at the 15. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse.